What's up, movie lovers? I'm Mike, and this is Gotta Love Them Movies. Pete's Dragon. You're a dragon who lives with the boy named Pete, but your name is Elliot the dragon. Oh man, I love this movie. This movie, the original, not the remake. This is my Elliot. Here's the thing. It actually could have been really cool. It could have been amazing. But it wasn't. It was okay. It was fine. I've heard the acting described as being cardboard, and I completely agree with that. In fact, I think that blanket that statement about the acting kind of turns into a blanket statement about the movie. Like, the whole movie's just kind of cardboard. Not to say it's cheap. It's not cheap. It's just bland. There's not a lot of fun to the film. It doesn't really do anything that makes you, like, feel super inspired. Except for the opening. The opening rips your heart out. And you're just like, oh, Disney, what are you doing to me? And then the rest of the movie just kind of like, oh, okay, so this happens, and then, oh, well, then this happens, and okay. And that's just kind of how you feel about the whole movie. So let's talk about acting. Everyone's acting was very vanilla. It was very plain. It was kind of, everyone was going through the motions, and everyone did their jobs, and they did their jobs okay, and I didn't really have any problem with it, except it just, like, there was nothing exciting about it. So for that reason, I'm going to go 12. And while we're talking 12s, how about directing? So directing, you're getting a 12 as well. Because here's the thing, it could have been a lot of fun. And it wasn't. I say that, but I didn't have a lot of high hopes for this movie. I just wanted it to kind of be, a fun, just kind of like Disney remake. For writing, for the script, for the story, you're not getting much better of a score. 13. I'm having a hard time describing this because I have to give you props, first of all, for, choosing to set it in a certain time. It was kind of a very nondescript time period. I want to say it was like late 70s, early 80s. Not a lot of technology was abundant in this universe that we lived in, which is fine. Technology doesn't have to exist. But it also wasn't a period piece either. It was just kind of like a nondescript, like, okay, like everyone's kind of like how Bates Motel should have been. Oh, come on, Bates Motel. What are you doing to me? The writing suffered because there wasn't a lot of spectacle to this film. Like, there could have been. I just feel like there were a lot of missed opportunities. A lot of fun. Like, it's a kid who has a pet dragon. That's the story of the film. There's a lot of really cool things that you could have done, and they didn't. It was just kind of, they try to keep it about family and about how necessary it is to have your family, and we'll talk about that in a minute, and I get that, but there weren't, like, as many, like, I don't know, they didn't take it anywhere beyond that. It could have reached so many topics, and it didn't. So for that reason, like I said, 13. So fun! Was this a fun movie? I want to give this movie, like, some good scores, but it's just kind of vanilla. I want it to be really cool. So 12. We're going like 12s across the board, except for 13. So this brings us to our final takeaway. What was the overall takeaway of the film? They really center a lot on family, which is important. It's your family is very important. So here's a boy without a family, and he's not really looking for family per se. He is just kind of wanting to be left alone, and he falls into this whatever. The themes were important, but they brought some of them out, but they didn't really hit, I don't know. I hate to use the term "it is what it is," but it's true. It is what it is. It could have been better. It wasn't. It could have hit a lot of those emotional tones, so that when you leave when you leave the theater, you want to feel inspired. You want to feel like, I am excited to have a family. Like, what a great story and what a wonderful experience that we just had in the cinema. And so for that reason, I want to be with my family. I want to change my life, and I want to be inspired to I don't want to say provide. You know what I'm talking about. But here's the thing: you don't leave the theater feeling inspired. You're just kind of like, oh, well, that was a cute movie, and what else are we watching today? So for that reason, overall takeaway, I'm sorry, I got to give you 10, which brings us to our overall score of 59 out of 100. So guys, did you see Pete's Dragon? What did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, do you agree with the score of 59 out of 100? I know Rotten Tomatoes has given it an 80. So yeah, let me know. How does my score compare? Also, if you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click, how about over here, subscribe. If you really, really like this video, click share. Because that's what Elliot wants you to do. Alright, movie lovers. Follow me on Twitter at GLT Movies. And also don't forget to check out my written movie blog. Comes out every Friday. Details are in the description below. Alright, movie lovers, I'm out of here.